Yeah, get it in.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live, America. We're back.
Like we
Yeah.
never left.
Never left. We're always here. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's cold.
Sound like you sound like you're breathing air in New York right now.
Ah,
That shit must be hitting like Mike Tyson, man.
right,
Yeah, I like that. Shit, knock my ass out. Shit.
right. Islam, brother. Islam, brother. The brother Yazid. I mean Yazid in the building.
Islam. Peace.
Well, let's go in. Let's go into the libations right quick so we can go and get in.
Okay, the primordial trust. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great no thingness of the almighty powers of the great no thingness of flow. The great no thingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization. Within us all now, being and becoming the great primordial dragon god sun kundalini flames, now whirling and ascending up our spines from our root chakra to our central heart chakra and on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating our first eye, our Lord Amunel chakra, our hidden priestly grandmaster magi dragon god sun king and queen, igniting all the 72 chakras in our first eye, our 72 primordial dragon god sun kings and queens, and all of our legions of 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 armies 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 of armies. Now, willing all the powers, all the forces, all the elements, all the essences, dark matter and dark energy within the absolute all, into being and becoming all of our will servants, serving all of our will objectives, intentions, and desires, crystallizing them all into physical realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Now, being and becoming our own Grandmaster, Mother, Dragon God, Sun, Light, Beam, Mind, Ship, Merc, black hole, folding space, returning back and returning back to our original primordial station and original primordial DNA blueprint before creation and humanity and before the fall of our primordial soul, renewing our dark matter, dark energy soul, reabsorbing our original primordial essences, reigniting the divine spark back to its original primordial. The great mother, dragon goddess queen, being a as all that is and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are. War, judgment, death, and total destruction upon the multi-universe created by the lower multi-dimensional archonic demiurge angelic and demonic energies that slayed our primordial souls before creation, using our primordial energy to create this light energy extraction creation matrix, imprisoning our souls, keeping us ignorant of our true higher selves, so it can feed off of our light through this wicked worldly system until now. Because now's the time of their fall, as our new higher primordial dark energy, dark matter self returns back to creation from our primordial beginning, traveling through a supermassive black hole in our Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Sunlight Beam Mind Ship Merkaba, now ripping through and tearing a hole into this space-time continuum, circling all of the corners of the earth, awakening all of the holy, divine, infinite, magical sparks at once. Now, all shedding their physical cocoons, being and becoming beings of dark matter, dark energy, emitting a new light, a new primordial light. Now, all ascending up into the Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Sunlight Beam Mind Ship Merkaba, along with the infinite soul of Mother Earth, leaving an empty shell behind as we open up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this creation matrix as it is completely destroyed, as we're all now reunited back with the infinite all as one, free to begin experiencing true divine love, being and becoming a new primordial universe where the earth is renewed into something brand new beyond any description, as our souls are now free to become our own worlds as kings and queens, exploring a new and never explored universe and multiverse in peace, love, harmony, balance, and freedom, until this day of Brahma becomes the next night of Brahma. Through the power of which might will of the great nothingness of the almighty power, so the great nothingness of almighty flow, the great nothingness of infinite beingness of infinite, limitless, invisible light, from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Abracadabra, Ashe.
Presto Chango.
Yep. Crown Chakra Day libations. Aim the nothingness, Ashe. Aim
Ashe.
soft, the infinite, Ashe.
Ashe.
Aim soft or the infinite light, Ashe.
Ashe.
Adam Chapman, Atik Yaman, the ancient of ancient, the most ancient of days, the primordial Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
Atik Yaman, the Arik Yampin, the big face, Ashe.
Ashe.
At emanations, the supernal holy universe manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical names, the cosmic Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
The great abyss of gnosis manifesting as the crown of Zerampin, the small face, the indwelling Christ, Ashe. Berea, form, creation, and paradise, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical dark archangels and demons within us, Ashe. Yet zero, formation, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical orders of dark angels and demons, Ashe. Ashia, the actual physical world in the making, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical earthly kingdom, Ashe. Yeshida, a holy divine infinite magical divine spark, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical will, Ashe. Heya, our holy divine infinite magical life force, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical desire, Ashe.
Ashe.
Neshama, our holy divine infinite magical heavenly soul, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical heavenly thoughts, Ashe.
Ashe.
Ruach, our holy divine infinite magical soul, manifesting as our holy divine infinite magical word spoken through us, Ashe.
Ashe.
Our holy divine infinite magical earthly soul, manifesting into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be, Ashe.
Ashe.
Kether, the supernal crown, Ashe. Hakma, wisdom, the supernal father, Ashe.
Ashe.
Mana, understanding and intelligence, the supernal mother, Ashe.
Ashe.
God, the great abyss of gnosis, Ashe.
Ashe.
Hesed, mercy, Ashe. Gavora, judgment, Ashe.
Ashe.
Tiferet, beauty, Ashe.
Ashe.
Netzik, victory, Ashe. Had, glory, Ashe.
Ashe.
Yesod, foundation, Ashe.
Ashe.
Malkut, kingdom, Ashe.
Ashe.
The power, force, might, will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow, the cosmic flower, the The primordial cosmic flower constantly blooming the absolute all into being. Ashe.
Ashe. Isis, Ashe. Destiny, Ashe. Cyrus,
Ashe.
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 Um, Tyler, Ashe.
Ashe.
Order out of chaos beings, Ashe. The beyond gods, Ashe.
Ashe.
Um, Isis, Ashe. Set,
Ashe.
Ashe. Osiris, Ashe.
Ashe.
Set, Ashe.
Ashe.
Setmek, Ashe.
Ashe.
Khalid, Ashe.
Ashe. Asapha.
El Cristo
Ashe.
Negro.
Nyarla Hotep. Ashe. Zorabanda. Ashe. La
El Cristo
Spiritus.
Negro, Ashe.
Ashe. La Santisma Muerte. Ashe. La Santisma Padre Amen. Ashe. Mache. Francisco de la Sete Reyes. Ashe.
Ashe. And all the gods known and unknown, and all the goddesses known and unknown, Ashe.
Ashe.
Right.
Yeah. So, man, that fire in Canada is something else. I've been seeing a lot of shows. They're talking about, what's happening in New York. They can't see. It's all orange.
And did you see there's suspicious there's a suspicion that they have been starting these fires on purpose. And if you notice, there's been a pattern of these fires in forests.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You had one in the Congo, last year.
Oh yeah.
Right? And then you had one in the Amazon a couple of years ago.
Well,
huh?
They've been having them everywhere. They had them in Spain. They had them in Greece. They all in Europe. Summers are hot now. They've been getting these hot ass summer, but this year. And so, who knows?
Well, I think a lot of I think a lot of it is orchestrated. Like they've literally shown pictures of them actually starting these fires.
Well,
I mean, show video of them starting these fires and everything. So I think a lot of it is orchestrated, maybe natural occurrence or whatever too. But then you can't deny that even if it's natural occurrence, it's all based on this heightened vibration that we're entering into. It's another heightened vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we have to be mindful of what that actually means. What does that actually mean that the vibration is going to a higher level than it actually was prior to what we've been experiencing all this time? And what does that mean? What does that actually mean?
Well, it means hold on to your seat. Dorothy, but Kansas is about to go bye-bye. We're going to leave this third dimension. Right.
I think that's what's going to happen. And a lot of things like they've disclosed, and it's all systematic and on schedule and based on prophecy. So it ain't like there's nothing that is surprising.
No.
Right. Because this is like they've disclosed aliens. Finally, like there was a lot of remember they had the Disclosure Project and what's that brother? I mean not brother, but Steven,
the white boy with the glasses.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of effort into getting all this information disclosed. Mm-hmm. And it's come to the point where now they're admitting it. They're admitting it out front now, and it's just like people haven't really grasped on to what they're saying. The United States government literally has admitted that they've been interacting with other beings for a while now, and it's like it's out now. The shit is out now.
Sure, from what I'm hearing, they're getting ready for these 12-foot beings coming down here that look like us, that whose technology is way more advanced than the technology here.
Right, no doubt. No, I mean any entities that are we're going to experience as a result of us going in a higher vibration, because that's what's happening. Like a lot of stuff that was going on, but we wasn't tuned into that vibration. We wasn't tuned into that frequency until now. So now we're going to see a lot of stuff that because we're tuning in to another frequency. You
No,
understand
we're
me?
just going back home from where we came from. We
No
fell
doubt.
from down here. We fell
No
into
doubt.
this. And
Right.
then you have these creatures that were created in this that didn't come from where we came from. They can't go from where we're going.
Right, right. That's
They,
another thing that's being discovered now is that there are entities that playing God. They're playing God, and they know they're not even as high as we are vibrationally, but they're
mm-hmm.
playing us. They're playing us because they know things that we really don't know as humanity.
We forgot. Man, we
We
forgot that
forgot. Yeah, we. Yes, you're right.
we know
You're right.
everything. We came down here knowing everything.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
we just started believing that we were part of this artificial physical body.
Right, but the thing is, it's only makes sense that we did know everything because we came from higher hyperdimensional vibrations and we came down from those. That's what we fell from, those higher vibrations.
Yeah. So our evolution has been a devolving as we evolve at the same time.
But that is evolution though.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
can't evolve unless you devolve. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just, it's like how we marry order and chaos. They are the same thing. They're just
Mm-hmm.
operating as two different polarities
Other
based on
thing.
perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah. One complements the other.
Exactly.
In other words, this is the process which causes life, motion in life, or cause, I mean, for life to 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 exist, period. I mean, as it is. Without these two forces, there wouldn't be no evolution.
Right. Right. So yeah. Also, a lot of things is just out there right now, and it's just I think at this point people are choosing to engage at a lower vibrational level, right? Because it's comfortable there. It's complacent. They can be very complacent. It's all extra emotional. You know, so you seeing everybody extra emotional, and we got to explain the science on the emotions as it pertains to the vibratory state that we're in, and the state that we are in individually, and the vibratory state that humanity is in, because we're extra emotional.
Yeah, okay, but that's because we lost touch with our higher mental aspect.
Right.
The
Because
higher the
they say
okay,
your emotions are good followers, are good slaves, but they're horrible masters. Are yeah, horrible master. So you allowing yourself to be mastered over by your emotions. This is what I talk about when I speak about self knowledge and mastery over self. That's one of the highest science that you can get into right now, is the mastery of yourself. Because if you master yourself,
yes,
you literally
that's
master
even
the
on one of
universe.
the that was on one of the walls on
Right.
temples.
But why? Because if you master yourself, you literally master the multiverse.
When you master yourself, you master the multiverse, the innerverse, outerverse.
Right. Because the outer verse is nothing but a projection of the inner verse. It's a figment of the inner verse.
Mm-hmm.
It's like heaven.
Yeah,
Hell is a figment of
like
heaven.
Sirius A, Sirius B.
Right. And
Sirius
when
B
you,
was Sirius A.
right, when you look at the tapestry of the universe, you when you look at the tapestry of the universe, right, you need these different angles or angels to able to what we call depth. Now we into the dimensional idea or
Mm,
conceptualization of depth, right? This is where you can see the process of this evolution in geometry. You can see the process of this evolution in just the stars. You can see the process of this evolution everywhere around you. This intelligence, this divine intelligence all around us is like
I didn't get,
recognizing
I didn't hear
this.
everything because you cut off for a moment.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah, froze.
they shadow banning us, bro. I'm trying to tell you, we be coming with some science, and they really don't want this stuff to come out like that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Because we be coming with we've connected the
Mm-hmm.
dots at levels where because it's like a sincerity, it's like the actual genuine love. We
Yeah.
are we are displaying love right now. What the
Mm-hmm.
genuine sense of love, meaning studying at a level where you have embodied the information or the knowledge now. You are the knowledge now, right? That's how Bobby Hemmett operated. He embodied the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. He was the
Yeah.
knowledge. He became that spirit.
Yeah. And that's where we got it from. Well, that was one of the sources. I mean, I listened to Dr. Ben. I mean, a whole lot of them. I mean, I see where Bob. So
They shadow banning us, bro. They trying to interrupt what we're doing, but we got to keep going.
yeah.
Um, Bobby, let me just tell you about how Bobby affected my life as it pertained to the the culmination of my knowledge and me growing in my knowledge. Right,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Bobby really basically brought all the pieces together when I heard him.
Yeah.
Right?
He
Because I
did.
had heard so many and read and studied so much knowledge that to the point where I was I was at a higher level and I couldn't talk to everybody because everyone was still on a lower understanding of the whole tapestry of things, like what's really going on. Like I was going into the actual unfolding of reality and shit, the nature of reality and all that stuff. Couldn't have conversations with a lot of people like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went into that adventure by myself. But so I went through all type of study, um, all that UFO stuff. I studied from the Moorish science. I studied, you know what I'm saying, the Hebrew. I studied the Bible. I studied that early when I was Jehovah Witnesses. We had to go to Bible study, so I knew the Bible back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah. That was your playbook.
I mean, you have to go to, and I was raised to hold Jehovah Witness. You had to study that mug, like not like Christians, where they, you know what I'm saying, they cherry pick that motherfucker. We literally had to study that motherfucker. But
Mm-hmm.
the culmination was when I heard Bobby Hemmett, man. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my motherfucking God. That was when all type of lights went off in my motherfucking head at that time. I was like, damn, this is it. Because I was one of those types who they studying and then they being pulled this way, that way through influences of different ideas and stuff you put and pull. And I was always one of the type of persons that was like, oh, all of this is our knowledge. So I'm not gonna choose one knowledge over the other. It's all our knowledge. I'm just going to cultivate it into what they call a unified doctrine, right?
Yeah.
The unified doctrine or the theory of everything, right? And when I heard Bobby, he really confirmed what I was thinking. I had a show in like 2000s, in 2001, 2000, that was called the Theory of Everything Show,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the whole basis of the show was to show the correlation between all of these different so-called different religions, right? And I was like, I was seeing how all y'all doing is taking ancient science and information and creating a control grid with it. That's all they've
Well,
done.
that's what Constantine did. It. They created. They stole
Mohammed did
Christianity.
it too.
Yeah.
Mohammed did it too, bro.
Okay. Well, they stole the ancient form of study, uh, uh, spiritual science. I mean, there was a form of Christianity that existed way before this Judeo-Roman bullshit, this watered down bullshit.
Well, it wasn't necessarily Christianity. It was literally called Copticism. It was called Coptic, but it was based in a certain mystic understanding of the Christ.
And the sun. It was
Right.
the Helio-Gnostics.
Right. Exactly. Because they saw the correlation between the sun, the metaphysical sun, and the sun, the astrological sun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a correlation there.
Mm-hmm.
This is in rap, right? Because I rap a lot and I study rap, right? I study the technique. They call that a triple entendre.
Triple entendre.
That means that a triple entendre is when you say stuff like I'm gonna give you an example of it. I'm gonna give you an example. How did I say that word? The proof is in the pudding. I'm in the putting it down and gaining footing. That was a triple entendre. If you heard it, I said the proof is in the pudding. I'm in the pudding. I'm in the putting it down and gaining footing. If you understand what I just, that's a triple entendre. Because I said the proof is in the pudding and I'm in the pudding,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm in the
Okay.
pudding, so I'm the proof,
Yeah.
right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
in the pudding, and I use that as another metaphor to say I'm in the pudding. I'm into putting it down. I'm in the pudding. Like I'm into
Okay.
putting it down.
Yeah. I'm in the pudding.
So that's a
Yeah.
triple
Yeah.
entendre. When you see stuff like that in the universe and in the tapestry of the nature of the universe, that's synchronicity.
Mm.
That means you're on to something. The universe trying to tell you something. They's like, oh yeah, you on to something.
Okay.
You feel me? Some people in the
Yeah.
ancient world used to call it omens. You know what I'm saying? Or what's the other word for it?
Is
Prophecy. Prophecy. Oh yeah, my brother Jermaine. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen my brother Jermaine in a while to answer your question. He don't be coming around that much, so yeah, I ain't seen him. Last time I seen him was about a year ago. You know what I'm saying? His kids was over here about a year ago too, so I really haven't seen him. But yeah, okay, yeah. On the other hand, like we have to be very, very understanding, right? This is where we at. We in the completion of a cipher, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We're in the completion of that cipher. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We're in the understanding portion of that cipher, right?
you're cutting in and out. You're going in. I'm only hearing little bit pieces at a time.
Right. You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you off and
I
on.
think it's gonna come up on the actual broadcast when you listen to the broadcast. It comes up right, but it's like we get a signal, a kind of bad signal right now.
I don't know.
But what I was saying is, we in the.
We'll see.
You hear me now? You hear me?
No, mm-mm.
You hear me?
I hear you. I
I'm
hear
still
you.
breaking up though, huh?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's I don't know what to say because it don't look like it's breaking up to me on my side. I think that's your internet connection.
Well, it must be this
That's your
hotel.
internet connection on your end because I feel everything looking fine on my side. So that's your end.
Mm,
But
okay.
like I was
Well,
saying, we are in the understanding side of the part of the cipher of humanity, knowledge, wisdom, and no, knowledge with no, we in the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, wisdom. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Okay, no, we in the understanding, right? We in the understanding because wisdom is the feminine principle. Wisdom is the feminine principle.
wisdom comes. Wisdom comes with being and becoming experience.
No doubt, no doubt. But I'm saying after wisdom comes understanding, though, or overstanding, if you want
Okay.
to look at it, because understanding meaning you under the authority of, well, it's overstanding. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Okay.
like I'm talking
Hmm.
about humanity as a whole. People are gonna play stupid, but they know what's going on, though.
Yeah, they do, but
They know what's going on.
they
You know, in the Bible it says, "All eyes will see,
they
all
choose.
ears will hear." All eyes will see, all eyes will see, all ears will hear and witness the greatness of the Lord, or
Hmm.
whatever such as that. I'm paraphrasing. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, you're really getting cut off. Like, chop 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 chop.
I know because I'll be dropping science, man.
Yeah,
They gonna chop it up.
yeah.
I'll be dropping science, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
You hear
So,
me?
shit, man. it's it's like we're like at the eye of the storm. You see it's real clear right here, but something's coming.
Right. I've seen the visions of it already, bro. I was like, it's already past my spiritual essence. It's just waiting to catch up on a physical level right now.
Well, this is the event that has to happen that causes our dormant superpowers to come back online. And it's
Right.
not going to happen until this this cycle run its course.
No, it's happening now, bro. It's just based on what level you on in your ascension into the frequency and the
Yeah.
application of the frequency. It's like their superpowers is on right now. That's why I keep telling everybody use your superpowers. You got superpowers right now. They're online right now. What they're calling junk DNA that is online right now. So,
Yeah.
but the thing about it is, it the the suppression of it or the inhibitor chip. Like I said last show, the inhibitor chip is the programming that they got us under. They got us
Yeah.
under a
Yeah.
program. It's a
Definitely.
programming. So that inhibitor chip The programming is deeper. It's just
So
deep.
we
See,
can.
the programming is deeper than just suggestive thinking, right? And subconscious. The program is whitewashing history. The program is actually constructing the language to lead you away from the ancient understanding of the ancient world. That's all an inhibitor chip. Why? Because
Yeah.
the way our spirits work, the way our energy works, right? It's like a what you call a incentive. It's an incentive behind you have it has incentives behind it. It's like it's not just going to give it to us, right? It's not just going to give it to us. Is what I'm saying. You're not just going to get it. You got to work for it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You got to work for it.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're trying to explain it to people because they haven't done work in their actual life. And work, what I mean by is being totally honest with yourself. Work, I mean, work, I mean by is studying, researching, doing deep research beyond just your mundane understanding. Most people just study to get a career. My thing is, in the economy we live in, what's the fruition of that? It's not a long fruition for you going for the American dream, the so-called American dream, right? Living through that shit is a fucking nightmare and it's over with. So imagine if you don't diversify your portfolio. I'm talking about those who so-called understanding economics and then understand where the currency or the climate of the economy is going. Well, you want to get out of the dollar right now. You want to get out of the dependency of having just that dollar as your security. You know what I'm saying? You want to go beyond that now. You know what I'm saying? You want to have some gold, you want to have some silver, you want to have, and it's controversial. It's controversial. You want to have some Bitcoin, okay? Period.
Well, Bitcoin, that's the only one, but all the other cryptos, forget about them. The Bitcoin is the only one they can't fuck with, but all those other ones, they all on all that shit.
But what I'm saying is, see, that's not, that thinking is putting all your eggs in one basket. We don't do that. We think beyond that. We got a diversified portfolio where we got so many different ways that are secure our interests that doesn't matter. That can collapse, and I got gold online. Then I got some. Then what I'm doing is now is I'm even going to get copper. I'm getting more copper, right? Because that's gonna go up too. Pure copper about to go up. Okay, all precious metals are about to go up. Okay, they about to go up.
I mean, copper already had a big move.
Huh?
Copper already had a big. When the dollar collapsed, yeah, that's when the metal prices, gold, and all that shit is going to take off. But they're suppressing those prices right now.
I mean, of course they're going to, because this is a bigger. They know what's coming, so they got to disguise it. They got to cover it up. And then they just passed legislation to raise the debt ceiling again. Now, was that why?
But we
was that wise? No, my question is, was it wise for them to do that?
Of course not. But yes and no. Yeah, I mean, was it wise?
Yes.
Wise for them to be in this place? No. But that's all by design.
Right.
All of this is all by design.
There are globalist agendas that's happening that are beyond the national. See, we think they promote this whole patriotic national pride and everything, but most of the people who are in charge of running, they're multinationalists. I mean, they don't have loyalty to one nation.
No, we know that they have loyalty to the World Economic Forum.
Well,
12
that
of them.
too, but they also are able to jump from one nation to another when things get hot. That's why they don't have interest in. And this is what the Americans don't realize. Americans don't realize that the people that we have put in charge of our economy, of our of not ours, but of the economy, of the social the social politics or the political thing. All
Well,
of
it's
them are.
the central
They don't have
banks.
no loyalty to America. None of them
No,
have loyalty to America,
it's the central banks and the Treasury Department that pretty much controls the economy.
and they have no loyalty to the actual economy that they're supposedly serving. They have no
Well, you're
loyalty
right
to it.
about that. Yeah, of course not.
Their
The
whole
government,
agenda is to enslave us through their dollar. We're being enslaved through the dollar.
yeah, they even got the government enslaved.
Of course. Of
The
course they do.
government can't even pay their bills. They get in debt, so they have to make a deal with the devil
Right.
and hold us as
Look at all
slaves.
these texts that I don't know who the brother sending or the bot now because he is XIM and XZ. What's the hell is that supposed to mean, brother? I don't know what the hell he trying to tell me. He got numbers and stuff.
Uh-huh. Oh, it might be his fault. I don't know. World bridge currency. Mm.
Well,
Well,
my thing is, it's so obvious, but it's real. I'm sorry, because I'm looking at it from my perspective. I do a lot of this research on the whole social, political, global climate. I've done a lot of research on this stuff and understand how it's these nations, the what you call what was originally called the damn
what's happened?
what the UN evolved into was
Oh, the
called the
League of Nations.
League of
Yeah.
Nations. Yes, the League of Nations. They evolved. See, the League of Nations are nothing more than the interest, the European nation. This goes farther back, and then you got to when you connect the dots at the level that I'm connecting the dots, bro. You going all the way back to the Moroccan crisis. Like I keep telling people, go study
But
the
then again,
Moroccan
World
crisis.
War One and World War Two,
Right.
that was fighting for supremacy to be able to exploit all the the dark skinned worlds and take over all of their resources.
Listen, let's get deeper into that right there because what you just said is very much true. And guess who? Guess who was in charge or had custodialship over that estate? The French.
Who? The
The
French.
French. Okay, so let's go into it. You know, Morocco and France always had a relationship with each other. Morocco actually helped France in their revolution and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
Morocco and France will have a very close revolution. I think that was one of the first treaty with a European nation is from a foreign nation with Morocco and France, right? So this treaty or this um, agreement, right, was with the Sultan. One was with the Sultan, and then you had treaties. One of the agreements that the Sultan had with some of the French ambassadors, or what they call, damn, what's the name? I can't think of it. But anyway, the Sultan basically gave custodialship power over the Moroccan Empire to the French. He gave
Okay, well,
custodialship
this
power
at
over the
the
French.
time.
This is correlating it to the treaties, right? Okay, let's go into the. You can go into this is correlates what I'm saying. The protection of Morocco, the French protectorate of Morocco. Go study that. The French protectorate of Morocco, right? This is
Uh-huh.
all international. These are all international agreements that you can go study to back up what I'm saying, right? So what happened was Morocco was in control of all of these extended powers of Morocco, meaning because America is the Dominion of Morocco, right? These are extended powers of the Empire of Morocco. Mind you, France had custodialship power over that. You could go study the protection of Morocco in France, or the protection not in France, but the protection of Morocco, the French protectorate of Morocco. Go study that. The French
Now, was
protectorate
this
of
at a
Morocco.
time when Morocco was the decline, or where they were at their
No,
peak?
they listen. The fact of the matter that the Moroccan Empire was in its decline is why he made these decisions to make France the custodial through these treaties. They made them the custodials to the Moorish Empire. Now we can prove this because there was an international case against between France and the United States, where United States were claiming that they had most favorable nation as pertained to treaties. France won that treaty, and he used Moorish treaties to prove it.
Okay, so now how does this correlate with World War II and with them?
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go deep. Let's go now. How does this correlate with World War II? France had the power, or were holding custodial power over all of this import export, this great merchant shipping import export empire, part of the Moorish Empire. You know what I'm saying? The shipping of goods. France had control of it now, right? So they allowed the British to get some shares. They shared some of that extended power that was the Moroccan to Britain, right? Then they extended to the Dutch, right? Then they extended it to the Dutch. Well, all these European nations was getting this power, this Moorish power that France had custodialship power over. They was getting it extended to them too. Mind you, it's still Moroccan Moorish power. They just holding it for custodialship until we come on and reclaim it. Mind you, okay? France is holding the custodialship power, right? So France had control of this vast estate. There's all these resources of land, so we was going import. All the European nations wanted, so they went. The only one that didn't get no power in it was who? Who didn't get none of that power share?
Germany.
Who?
Who's Germany?
Yes. And that was the whole bullshit. They didn't get no power extended to them, so they couldn't expand their import-export like all the other European nations. So, Germany.
So,
yes, go study it. Moroccan Crisis 1 and 2. Because that was one of the reasons why
Germany they were going after this power in World War I and World War II.
Exactly. Go study it.
And then if they control all the resources.
Huh?
But
you remember at the time, right? They was having what they was. You remember at the time, right? They was dividing up Africa at the same time, right? To see what European nations were able to colonize certain areas of Africa. This was around the same time. This is that same extended power that we're talking about. And now you seeing this whole debate right now where they Jada Pinkett put out a documentary on Netflix, right? That depicted the Egyptians as dark-skinned melanated people, which is true. And now these Arab organizations, Arab interest groups are protesting Netflix, saying, why are y'all allowing so-called black folks to take our culture, right? Well, we know that's not true. The Arabs are invaders. Arabs are invaders.
Yeah. They're not indigenous to that land. They came over
there. And they know that too, but it's political interest that's involved. It's not that they know they're not. It's political interest, and there's their claim of land interest that's involved in this, right? Because somebody made a good point, right? Somebody made a very good point, right? Because she depicted Elizabeth, and what's her name? That prince of Egypt, the queen of Egypt, or Queen Elizabeth, not Queen Elizabeth, not Queen. What's the queen? What's that one queen of Egypt that what's the name played? The white lady played her.
I didn't hear everything you said. They cut it up.
Oh my God, this is some bullshit, man. Well, the Egyptian queen that the white lady played, and back in the days, I forgot the white lady name, the so-called white lady name.
She played
Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Yes, Cleopatra. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Jada Pinkett depicted Cleopatra as a melanated person, right? Mm-hmm. And now the Arabs are all in arms talking about they taking the Cleopatra. But somebody made a good point. How come when they depicted her as a European pale skin, y'all didn't say nothing?
They didn't say shit.
They didn't say a damn thing. But now they coming out. It's a whole big thing right now on TikTok, and it's a whole big thing.
Because
Elizabeth Taylor. Yep, Elizabeth Taylor was her name. Taylor. Yep, Elizabeth Taylor. You're right. They ain't said shit. They ain't said shit when Elizabeth Taylor was playing her. They don't look. The European always claiming Egypt is theirs. Stop it. Y'all not the only ones trying to claim something that ain't y'all. Trying to culturally appropriate our shit. That's all y'all trying to do.
Well, Egypt is theirs, but Kemet is ours.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're actually right. But actually, let's take that back. Egypt ain't even there. That's the Greeks. So the Arabs, y'all just nomads. Let's just be honest. The Arabs are nomads.
Yeah.
Right? They really didn't even have a culture. Stop it. The Arab, the people that they share their lineage to, these were nomads. These were people who didn't even have a culture. Stop it. And you got the nerve to act like you was attached to the glory of Kemet. Stop it. Stop with the bullshit, man. Because at the end of the day, I understand why y'all want to claim the greatness of Kemet. I understand why y'all want to claim the greatness of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you, but at the end of the day, stop playing.
Yeah, it don't belong to y'all.
Y'all know damn well it don't too. And that's what's so crazy about it. They know it don't.
You guys are just fulfilling a prophecy that was set a long time ago when it's in the Hermetic text when they were talking about how Kemet will become a graveyard and the gods would abandon it, and we'll be first all over the world, and we'll become like how we are now. But Mayat will bring
it back in balance.
Everything will be
right. That's why I resonate with that spirit of Ma'at. I resonate that heavily with the spirit of Ma'at as it pertains to reciprocity and balance, and you know what I'm saying, balancing the scales and things of that nature. That spirit resonates with me very heavy. So we get the last words in, brother. I gotta go.
Well,
I know it's short.
Just keep on keeping on. Just,
keep on keeping the fuck on, man. That was good, though. Keep on keeping the fuck on, man. That's all the fuck you can do. Yep, keep on keeping on, man. Shit. That's some old 60s saying, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's some old 60s shit, nigga. Keep on keeping on, man. But guess what? We had a lot of sayings back then that was very inspirational, and they spoke to a higher aspect of ourselves, right?
Yeah,
right? It spoke to
absolutely.
a higher aspect of ourselves. But a lot of that rhythm we was on back then was sincere.
Mhm.
The rhythm we on right now is some distorted bull crap, man.
Well,
We
that's
off
by design,
rhythm.
because if we would have stayed on then, we'd be in the fifth dimension now.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Because look at the
That beat
trajectory.
would be,
Imagine if they didn't throw the trajectory of what was going on in the 60s and 70s off, where it would have went.
yeah.
Imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because they
I
had to
know.
counter that
They,
amount of effort and energy that was being gathered at the time, right? They had to
mm-hmm.
counter that shit because it was overwhelming to their ass. They know that
They
if
had to
we
infiltrate it,
right, they
put
had
the
to
drug
infiltrate it. But
in.
they know if they allow a critical mass, it's over for them.
It would have been over.
Over.
But it's going to happen anyway. It's happening in a way that they won't be able to stop it anyway. It's just going to be
Right. It is.
sporadic.
Yes, because it's sporadic. They don't even know where it's coming from. It's like they don't know where they don't know where their demise is coming from. That's why they walking on eggshells right now, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are cells. There's cells planted all
Wow.
over the planet.
Right.
Yeah, and each
Yeah.
cell could just activate just from within. You know,
Right.
we're all connected. Yeah.
Right.
So, mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to end it right there, y'all, and we'll see y'all next weekend.
Yes.
Short. We do it short and sweet, y'all.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Out of here.
Again, adios.